Okay, couple days overdue. I don't want to say I've been busy because I'm in friggin' Thailand, but I was running around helping a buddy deliver a mattress yesterday because that's, pretty exciting stuff. Oh, by the way, I have a truck. So anyway, I did that and then ate an insane amount of friggin' Japanese barbecue. When that was it. That was like my one big meal a day, and I just sat there rubbing my stomach and watching movies the rest of the day. So I didn't do the video, but it's an update on the motorcycles. I started a business here in Thailand. Well, business. I'm buying and selling motorcycles, cars, and trucks to just make extra income here in Thailand, because that's kind of what I do. And I bought two bikes, a yellow Gran Filano and a blue, like teal, aerox. And I bought the Ranger, right? Those were my initial, back in March. All those were bought in March, and it's June now, almost over. It's almost fucking July. And I sold, I had an ad up on Facebook Marketplace for all three of them. And I haven't been on top of it. I will be the first to admit I didn't renew the ads on a regular basis like you should on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't do price reductions like you should on Facebook Marketplace, and blah, blah, blah. So I had several people, probably 8 or 10 people, contact me about the Gran Filano because it was cheaper. It was 35,000 baht, a little over $1,000 US. And the aerox is a 70,000 baht bike, and I had it for 55. I still have it for 55. Like I said, I haven't lowered the price. So I'm not aggressively selling them. I don't need the money, so I'm waiting for the right buyer. And I finally got the right buyer for the Gran Filano. I told them I would take 32,000, but that is the bike that I dumped. I had an accident, a small accident, and it made some scrapes and screwed up a little piece of plastic. But still, it's an accident, and the scrapes are still on. I didn't buff them out yet because I'm lazy, right? Seeing the trend there? So anyway, after they came, saw the bike, they liked it. It was a Thai couple, middle age. They had the money. They transferred the money over on their phone. Like they weren't destitute. They were middle class Thai people, and I gave it to them for 30 grand. So all in on that bike, right? I got it for 24,000 baht at the auction, and then there's the fees, and then I changed the oil, and then I put a new headlight on it and a new plastic piece because that one was scuffed up beyond repair. Gasoline, this, that, the other, registration, put the bike in my name at the DMV. So all in, I was at 28,000 baht. It cost 4,000 baht in extras on top of the initial price of 24. So I made 2,000 baht. Now, to a Thai person, right, 2,000 baht is easily all their expenses for a month. For me, that's 1 week's groceries, at the big C. I could buy bread, milk, eggs, whatever else I buy. My bill is usually 2,000 baht. I spend 60 bucks when I go food shopping, So it's not a ton of money, but I made money, I had 24 or 28,000 in the bank. Now I've got 30,000 in the bank, and it's, Thailand sex manual, in, out, repeat. I'll do it again. I'll buy another bike, and I'm actually going to wait. I'm going to wait until I sell the aerox and then buy another bike. And I think I'll just do one car and one bike at a time. And that's it. That's the update. It sold. It took a long time. Part of that's due to COVID. Part of that's the price. My buddy Jeff has sold 4 or 5 bikes in the time since I bought those 2 bikes for 15,000 baht, 500 bucks, and those go in a day. So the cheaper the bike, the faster they sell, just like houses in America. So I'm not shocked or surprised by that. So I just need to keep that in mind the next auction I go to. There's usually Chinese bikes called Ryuku, R-Y-U-K-U. And those are for like 7,000 baht, 10,000 baht. So I'll probably pick up at least one of those next time. And also, Jeff told me straight up, Jeff educated me, Sir Jeffrey, educated me on my first couple auctions, bike auctions, and said the number one seller is Honda. Honda Scoopy, Honda Wave, Honda Click, 110cc, very popular bikes. That's the number one bike in Thailand, and Thais buy it, Thais ride it, right? Yamaha, he said, is a distant second. So I knew when I bought them, they would take longer to sell. but I want turnover. If I'm only going to make 2 to 5,000 baht, which is, you know, a small amount of money, I want to do it frequently, quicker, faster. So I'm going to focus on Hondas, and like I said, the Ryukyu, I've seen one in every auction I went to so far, 7,000 baht, 10,000 baht cheap. So I'm going to buy cheap because that means I can sell cheap. I want to get that sweet spot where people have the money and it turns over quickly. And I'm waiting on the Ranger. You know, I'm asking 500,000 baht. Because it's so big and hard to drive in small spaces, I might lower it to 450. In fact, if you look back at the first couple of videos when I bought it for 300, I said, you know, hey, if I sell it for 450, that's 150,000 baht profit. That now we're talking. I mean, if 150,000 baht is 5 grand, that's good money in America. Less more Thailand. So I'm thinking about it. I might drop it to 450, but I'm not sure dropping the price will sell it, honestly, because it's a niche buyer. Once again, number 1 truck in Thailand is Isuzu D-Max. Number 2 truck, Toyota Hilux. And then Ford Ranger, distant third. So by buying less popular items, it's taking me longer to sell them. While I'm okay with that on some level, it's like, you know, it's been 3 months, 4 months, whatever. So now I'm like, I'm ready to turn them. I want them to sell quicker than 4 months, all of them, all the inventory. And by just buying one bike at a time, that keeps me from needing the storage thing, which we haven't been able to find yet, the right place to store these extra bikes and cars. But I do want a smaller car, so I'll think about it today, tomorrow, whatever. But by the end of this week, I'll know whether I want to drop the price of the truck, try to dump it. Because once again, 450 is good money. It's 5 grand profit, 5 grand profit. And then immediately I'll buy a Toyota Altis or a Corolla. They call it an Altis here, A-L-T-I-S. And a Honda City, which is like a Honda Civic, right? And once again, those two will sell quicker than the truck. They're more in demand because they're smaller, better gas mileage, easier to get around the city. And while I'm waiting to sell it, I'll be driving down these narrow Thai roads in a smaller car than the truck. The truck is a pain in the ass. I was helping that guy with the mattress yesterday, and we pulled into a parking garage, and it was like, you know, I did a K turn. It took me like 5 times to get out in this tiny little fucking space. You know, it's just a pain in the ass. So I'm ready to move on from the truck and get a small car to zip around in. So I'm 90% sure I'm going to drop the price, and maybe not 450. Maybe I go 475. Right, I drop it 25,000, $1,000, right? So we'll see. But that's the update. I just wanted to give you the update. The yellow bike, the Gran Filano that I bought at the auction in March, late March, but still March, is finally gone. They found an owner, 30,000 baht, 2,000 baht profit. That's your update.